Hey everyone, it's Aries coming with you with a review for American Horror Story Hotel, Season 5, Episode 3, Mommy. Baby, baby, baby. We learned a lot in this episode. And my girl makes a appearance finally, Angela Bassett. Yes. Um, I actually like this episode. This episode was good. We learned a reason why I said we learned a lot in this episode. We learned Countess's plan. We learned about her past. We learned why Angela Bassett is in this episode, in this season, basically. Um, we are going through some what's the word, trials and tribulations in this episode between the married couple, Alex and John. Um, we learn about Alex's past. Um, learn some about Tristan's past. I mean, not Tristan. I mean, Donovan's past as well. All right. So let me get started. Um, I'm not going to talk about all the scenes in this because you know what I'm going to tell you. Go watch the episode. This was a nice episode. Go watch it. You have to. So, but I'm going to start out with the first scene. First scene, Tristan goes to meet JPM. Um, have a conversation with him because he finally figures out what they have in common and why, since, he's now a vampire because the Countess has changed him. And basically, while him and JPM are having a conversation, here comes Will Drake and Claudia, Miss Naomi Campbell, coming down the hallway talking about renovating. They go into the room. Tristan is sitting on the couch. Will's like, "How did you get in here? If I catch you in here, I'm gonna call the police." And basically, are like, basically, what's the word I'm trying to say? They're basically in awe of how, because in the previous episode he cut his face, of how the scar basically disappeared and he looks better than he did in the previous episode. And basically tells him, if I catch you in here again, I'm calling the police. Well, JPM, I almost want to call him JP Morgan, but JPM, he's not having that. Basically saying he cannot touch a room in this motel. And Tristan's like, "I got it." Then, okay. Then we go into a scene, well, then we go into a scene, about Alex's past, because her son Holden that's been kidnapped and they think is dead has come back up. And, that's basically her making her remember, her past. And the reason why she says she is, like saving children, is because she needs to be saved herself. And when we go into her past, we see that she really loved her son. She loved her son more than her husband, basically. And when her son disappeared, she basically couldn't handle. She tried to commit suicide. And she just couldn't deal with Holden being gone. And we come into a counseling scene with Alex, Scarlett, and John with their counselor. And Scarlett, she tells them the story again about when she went to the motel and all this and that. And they're basically thinking she's making up an elaborate story. They don't believe her. Now, everybody say basically everybody say bye to Miss Claudia, aka Naomi Campbell, because we go into this scene with her in her room. She's basically getting ready to go to bed. And while she's in the bathroom, she looks in a mirror case and we see the loose skin figure with the drill bit for with the drill bit for a private part. Just it scares her. Then she basically chucks it up to the water in the toilet, acting up basically. Then she goes into her room and gets into her bed, and then guess what happens? The junkie that was sewn in the mattress by Sally gets out. He tries to choke her. Then she gets free. He gets out the mattress, um, grabs a pair of scissors and stabs her to death. So bye, Claudia. But don't forget, she's in Hotel Cortez. Don't nobody leave Hotel Cortez, dead or alive. Well, alive, yes, but dead. Most of the spirits in the hotel stay. So, i.e., Sally, who is a spirit herself, because we've seen that she got pushed out a window by Iris. So basically, she got in this one by Claudia. Then we come into John checking on a multiple homicide. Basically, members of a gossip column are murdered. Some of their, with their tongues nailed to the desk. Oh. And it's a gossip column. So we found out in the previous episode that the person is murdering people by the Ten Commandments. This 10th commandment was do not bear false witness. So, and he's basically having them check back to see if they haven't missed any, what they're going to call a 10 commandment killings, I believe. And then we go back into a scene with him walking into the motel, talking to his tape recorder, and he bumps into the junkie, and the junkie basically tells him help. Now, remember when Tristan said, when I told y'all Tristan said he was going to handle the situation with Will? Now we're on that one. Baby, Tristan traipses himself into this room with Will. This one we find out that Will is basically gay. So the man that's wanting to buy the motel with the son is gay. Okay. And Tristan starts to seduce him and stuff like that. Almost gets to the part where he's gonna stab him in the neck, and basically he looks up because the Countess's room is across from Will's room. He sees the Countess in the doorway. She tells him, "Stop and desist." And he told him, "No, basically, you're not gonna count. You're not gonna kill this one." Nope. So, and then we go into the John and the junkie rushing into the hospital, and basically, he's trying to see what's going on. He comes to, tells him what Sally did this to him, confesses to killing Claudia, and basically goes into a seizure. I think he dies this time. So John, he goes back to the motel. So he walks to Claudia's room spotless, nothing. Sally, she stays across the hall. They start talking. She says some things to him. John arrests her. They go to the elevator, and this is where it got strange in the elevator. Talking about, that they're meant for each other, and basically she disappears. Poof. just disappears, vanishes without a trace. Now she kind of tried to. She kind of, was seducing him in this elevator. Child, it's a lot of seducing in this episode. Now then we have the mother son moment because I told you Miss Kathy Bates, aka Iris, is in another mother son situation. Um, and she's having a conversation with Donovan, about how she has been on Craigslist and stuff, found apartments for them. This is the time for them to get out. And basically, Donovan tells her, I hate you. I've been telling you I hate you and die. I want you to kill yourself and stuff like that. Oh, this was bad. Basically, he tells his mother he wants her to die. Now, I love these next scenes. This is when Miss Angela Bassett, aka Ramona Royale, makes her appearance. We catch Donovan on Attic Alley feeding. He's feeding on the blood of Attic, so him feeding on this blood is making him high. He sees a woman with her trunk popped because he's walking out because he's done feeding. He sees a woman with her trunk popped. He's about to feed on her. Miss Angela Bassett turns around and gives him the shock of his life with that taser. She tased him, puts him in the trunk, closes it. Then this is when I say there was some tribulations between the married couple, John and Alex. Alex, she wants a divorce. Basically, she's saying that their partnership is not good for Scarlett, and she wants a divorce. And he breaks down, thinks he's basically going crazy because of the things that are happening to him in this motel. We go into another meeting now. Countess has basically a meeting with Will Drake. Now, she's basically trying to seduce him. We, from the previous episode with him and Tristan, we find out that he's interested in men. But that's not going to stop the Countess. So the Countess is basically trying to seduce Will Drake. And we found out her plan for him and what she wants to do because she tells Tristan. Because Tristan walks in on them and what's going on? Really? And she tells Tristan her plan. And basically her plan is she wants Will Drake's money. So she's planning on seducing this man to the point to where he will marry her, and then when they are married, and she gets everything, she's going to kill him. So either her or Tristan's going to kill him. So that's her plan. She wants his money because we find out also in this episode the Countess is broke, seriously, because she trusted someone and they basically. Lack of a joke, bled her dry. And, he was basically a con artist and he bled her dry. While all her other friends, she said, was getting rich. She was getting broker by them, almost just getting broker. And we find out what's going on. Come up to Alex and John in room 64. She's basically tending to John. He really don't want a divorce. He doesn't want it. He wants them to stay together. And then he wants him to have sex with her just to have another baby. And she ain't with it. So she gets up and leaves. She walks out the room. She was thinking about going down the stairs. She walks from the stairs, goes to the elevator. The elevator is not working. So she walks to the stairs, turns to the hallway, and we see Claudia bloody in the hallway. Basically asking her, is this hell? And she's like, no, is this not hell? Because if this was hell, I'll be wearing what you're wearing, basically. And so, Alex, she kind of spooked. So she walks off and into the other hallway, and there she sees Holden at the end of the hallway. So she walks to the end of the hallway where Holden is. He doesn't run this time. And she's like, "Hi, mommy." And they speak to one another. Hmm. Hmm. Now, y'all remember when I told y'all not Drake, when I told y'all Donovan told his mother that kill yourself, basically. So she basically asks Sally to help her kill herself. So they're in Iris's room, basically trying to help her commit suicide because she asked Sally to help her, and she's basically about to shoot her up, basically make her overdose. Hmm. Because she said she can't go on living without her son because her son doesn't want anything to do with her. So she's basically like she can't go on living. Then remember when I told y'all Miss Ramona Royale tased Donovan? So we go to her house and we found out her past with the Duchess. And we come in, Donovan's tied to a chair, and Ramona is basically trying to clean his blood because he's been eating on them junkies, and she basically tells Donovan her problem with the Countess because basically Ramona wants revenge on the Countess for what the Countess did to her, and basically in this Ramona is also a vampire because the Countess turned her. But Ramona, she was, a star, a movie star. She was trying to get into the big pictures, but she was only really making B movies. Um, she tells her story about how she met the Countess, how her and the Countess were basically, I don't want to say in love, kind of, because the Countess ends up turning her. And I say on down the line in like 19, because they went like a timeline with them, um, and basically was it 1990 something or I can't remember, but a rapper, um, who wasn't really big, he wasn't really a big rapper, so his label only set him up in the Hotel Cortez. Mm. And that's where Ramona met Mo. Well, I'm just gonna call him Mo. I forgot what his real name was, but she called him Mo, so I'm going to call him Mo. Um, she fell in love with Mo, and she's basically trying to take him to the next level, and she ended up turning Mo. And as her and Mo are walking back into the studio from after being turned, the Duchess is sitting there, basically killed Mo's whole clique, everybody, and ends up shooting Mo in the head with his own gun. And she's basically frustrated because Ramona turned Mo into a vampire, and the Duchess wasn't having that. So basically, her plan to get back at the Duchess is to kill the kids that the Duchess has turned. All those little blonde headed babies that the Duchess turned. Ramona's plan is to kill all of them to get back at Duchess. The Countess. Why am I saying the Duchess? The Countess. To get back at the Countess. That's her plan. And then she finds out that Donovan was dumped. So she just lets her go because he can't, she's basically trying to find a way to get into the motel so she can do what she wants, do what she has to do. And Donovan can't do it for her. So she lets him go. He goes back to the motel and basically, I won't say Liz laid into him about his mother, but she basically made him think about it because they had a conversation at the bar, and to the point to where he made him think about, and then that's basically the only person that loves me right now. So we go back into the room with Iris and Sally. Um, Sally has gave her so much dope to the point to where she was supposed to OD because she was like, I gave you enough to kill a marching band, and Iris is still kicking. So she ends up putting a plastic bag around her to make, to kill her. And here comes Donovan knocking on the door. She opens his door and basically tells her, she's sleeping peacefully. He comes in there, sees what's going on, and basically Sally tells him that's what you wanted her to do, so she's doing it. He's like, no, because she's the only one that loves me. Oh, now you got a conscience about your mother? Child boo. And he takes the plastic bag off her, and oh my gosh, he turns her. So Donovan turned his mother into a vampire. So now I get the title of this episode, Mommy. So now I get this title. Because if you actually look over this episode, everything involved mothers, sort of, kind of. Alex, who is a mother. Iris, who is a mother. Even the Countess, even though she's kidnapped these kids and turned them, she's basically mother to these kids now. So this was a good episode, as I said. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Even if you can catch it on TV, catch it on TV. If you have on demand, go watch it on demand. If you can catch it online, catch it online. So, like I do, like I say, most of the time when I make these videos, I'm just getting off work because I work the graveyard shift. But other than that, thanks for watching. This is Aries Mars. Go check out my channel, Aries Mars. And like this video. Comment what are your opinions on it. Let me know. And email me ARI3FMAR5@gmail.com. Go check my page, check a couple of my videos out. Like I said, like this video, give me your opinions on what you think, after you watched it, or if you watched it. Hey, that's it. Peace.